Invincible.
What could be interesting? Oh, Jenny being drunk. That makes sense. What's up, chat? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's been having a good one. We out here hanging and banging, having ourselves a good old time again. Let's hope we can get what I need to get done today. We're gonna have some fun today, boys. We're gonna have some fun today, boys. It's gonna make some. We're gonna get some stuff done. We're gonna be getting some screens mounted. Let's just get to it. What's up, chat? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's been having a good one. We are build day 2. Build day 2. Here we go. As you can see, this is kind of where I think its final resting place is going to be. Off in the corner, a little bit catty swamp ass, but it's okay. We're going to make it work. We got this all set up with the angles. I checked the angles again today. Everything's set to 55 degrees, which I think is going to be perfect. After that, we're going to get, the first thing we're going to do today is get the fourth monitor mount up here, which should be up off of here and then tilted, and that should allow us to get the TVs on and the other screen on, the screen that I'm going to be using for chat, and then we'll figure out kind of how we're going to mount stuff going forward. I have options, but I'm thinking after we get the fourth monitor mounted, or maybe before we get the fourth monitor mounted, I haven't decided yet, we're probably going to have to get some TVs on. That's right. We're going to have to get the TVs on. At least the middle one for now to kind of decide on height. I have some checking to do to make sure everything's level and figure out kind of how high we want to go. But the middle one's going to have to go on pretty much just to make sure that we know height-wise where we need to be. I'm going to do some mock-up stuff today, and hopefully we can figure all of this stuff out and make it all work. But that's the plan for today. So the first thing we have to do is, first of all, I saw 95 stream streak was yesterday. I can't see stream streaks. There's way too much going on. So if you guys do a stream streak, just trust that I appreciate the crap out of you guys. Thank you guys so much. You guys don't have to do that. I do appreciate you guys so much. I know there's a couple today. There's just absolutely no way I'm going to be able to go back and get them all, but I do appreciate them. And the second thing is, if you guys do any of the alerts today and I missed them, please tell me. Yesterday got a little overwhelming because you guys are in my ear, and the more you spam and the more the stuff that happens, it all goes into my ear. So every single message gets played into my ear that you guys type. So if 15 people start typing all at once, there's a lot going on in the old brain. Not that that's a problem. That's a me problem, not a you problem. I'm just telling you out loud. If I miss alerts or if I miss something crazy like 95 stream streaks, please tell me. Please tell me. It'd be nice to know that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start working on, it was sensory overload. I mean, that's exactly what it was. You guys don't understand everything. Like right now, Logan, do not ask for a sub, please. I literally don't understand why people do that. But yeah, I mean, there's just constant talking in my ear. So me talking and trying to explain things, then I get sidetracked because you guys say something, then I have to think about what I was saying, then I get slowed down, then I have to try to figure out what you guys said, and then I forgot what you guys said already. Oh, good. I appreciate the 65 stream streak. I appreciate that. Thank you. Anyway, I'm going to sit down here, switch you over to this cam that is working today, and we're going to put together this setup again. We're going to try to get this all put together. At least I hope we can. Oh, is that what JK is? I would have never known. I've never been on the internet, so thank you for letting me know that is what that was. Okay, so anyway, let's get down here. Let's start getting the stuff prepped and ready to go for the fourth monitor. And once we get the fourth monitor up, like I said, we'll kind of decide where we need to go from there. I don't know if I have help today. I might be recruiting Chica, whether she likes it or not. There's nothing I can do. Wow, thanks. I did not know that JK means just kidding. Like I said, so the thing is my third day on the internet, so I appreciate that. Anyway, let's get to working on this. I might lose you guys temporarily in my ear because I have to use my phone to see how to put it together because the instructions on this are very haphazard is a good way to put it. So we're going to try to get all this taken care of today. Once this is done, I think we're going to be golden. So I need these two pieces, and they put them on the bottom. Is that flat piece on the bottom? No, it doesn't even show flat pieces. So, but how do I mount these? The next bars go that way, so I could put them on the front. Okay, well, it doesn't matter for now. So these two are going to be the uprights, which means I need the T-nuts. Once I get these T-nuts set up, okay, put that over there. There's the screws. And then I need the 90s, which should be in one of these. Are they in here? Nope. Are they in here? That looks like 90s. Okay. Start with that. See how that screws me up. Okay, these are the... Okay, there's 4. That's perfect. So I need to... Okay. I need to put the T-nut through here. This goes down. So I need to do both sides. I think it tells me to do both sides, but I don't know that. Chat, can I hear you, or are you guys not talking? I just want to make sure. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? How's it going? How's it going? What's up, chat? How's everybody's day been? What's up, Knight Rider? Yeah, not D's nuts. That's something else. All right. Okay. Jenny, shut up. Shut your mouth. All right. Yeah, this is going to be... I did not say daddy. Actually, somebody did say daddy. Never mind. There you go. Well, I have to, because if I'm going to build stuff on stream, and this is part of the build, I'll be able to do more of the stuff and being able to point it at the floor so I can get it finished up. I have to literally look and figure out what I'm doing, and then on top of that, I have to build it, and if I build it over there or not on the floor, then You should probably stop drinking from the sounds of it. Especially with your current situation, that has never been the play ever in life, ever, 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 ever. Okay, that goes in there. Kurt said, "Daddy." That's fair. Well, there you go. Also, well, unironically, immediately after he said, "Did somebody say my name?" Show said, "Daddy," to Show said, "Daddy Demas," to Demas, of course, which makes a whole lot of sense. I figured that's why they were hanging out so much. Okay. That on here. God's gonna do more than you ever thought he could. Huh? What are you hawing me for? What do you mean, yes? Oh shit, I can't do that. I'm a Basiok bitch. No, it does say I can do that. Why you keep telling me you're sorry? I'm confused. All right, well, I'm going to send it and then hope I didn't screw that up. It's not like irreparable screw up, so it doesn't matter. More than likely, what I think is going to end up happening is I'm going to end up having to take those bottom T-nuts out so that I can fit them into the slots. You're talking to Jenny, I assume, and that would make lots of sense. Like I said, I told you guys that she needs to stop drinking immediately. Especially with her situation. The alcohol and being depresso espresso has never done anything good for anyone ever. So, you know, but what do I know? I'm just some moron, right? Okay, so we got 2. So who? Who told you to chug? This tells me to put... Oh, well, that was your first problems. Going over to GE and going, "Hey, I need to make bad decisions. Would that be okay?" All right, so it wants me to snap off these edges, but I don't have any flatheads with me, so that means I'm going to go get one, and that's annoying. Yo, that's way more accurate than it needs to be. That is way more accurate than it needs to be, Farmer. That... Wait, why is that so accurate? All right, I got to go get a flathead. I'll be right back, chat. Enjoy whatever's on the floor. What's up, Dax? How you doing, bro? How's it going, man? Oh, no. Oh. Oh, boy. A few beers sounds like what Jenny had, but she's like 4'9". Good Lord. Okay, so back I am, and it says, yeah, Alan would have given him Allen keys. That would make sense. Okay, so it wants me to put Fuck you, Craze. Is that good enough? Or are you gonna cry? You gonna be okay? There's a lot going on in my ear. And I'm trying to read instructions that don't make any fucking sense. Okay, well, let's just continue on with what we got here. Okay, so we got... I did not fail. I did not fail. You guys can be mad about it. I did not fail. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wouldn't call him a lordship. No one ever knighted him or called him sir. Let's see. I'm not watching a YouTube tutorial either. I'm not watching a YouTube tutorial. I'm reading the actual instructions, boys. Is that okay? Is it alright if I read the instructions provided to me by the company who sent me this? Gavin, I'm sorry to hear that, by the way. I mean, like, I know we said something, or sorry, I said something about it, but I'm sorry to hear that about your dog. It's never fun to watch them go through stuff like that, whether that's just a skin infection or something easy like that, or, you know, that you can just fix with medication, or something more serious. It's never fun to watch them go through it. I feel for you. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope everything goes well and it gets better and you can, you know, take care of whatever it is that you need to take care of. Sorry to hear that. Oop, that's upside down. Okay, there we go. All right, so which side goes on which side? It looks like, to me, that they are putting the slidey side down. Okay, so let's go ahead and do one of these jobs. Since when am I struggling? How am I struggling? What do you mean I'm struggling? You guys good? I'm literally doing the thing that it tells me to do, chat. Is that okay? Okay, so this is on the back. I believe that you dare know. Okay, and then I'm not even reading. I'm not reading at all, chat. Are you chat? I have you guys in my ear. I mean, if I were to read you, I'd have to look all the way over there or all the way over there to see either one of those things. Okay. Well, you better get your ass over here then, Big Hoss. Let's see you get her finished. Okay, so it tells me to break off prepare 4 corner gussets using a flathead screwdriver. Slide the flat under the tab and pry out. The tab will snap at the base. Always at the base. Snap off both tabs on one side. So both tabs on one side. Okay. So they want me to do 4, prepare 4 of them. Is that what it said? Prepare 4 of them, snapping one side each. Prepare 4 corner gussets using the flathead screwdriver. Yeah, so all 4 of them would get one gone. The 4th monitor. What the hell? Okay. We're building the 4th monitor stand. So up on here, there's going to be a 4th monitor that goes over top so I can read chat. But getting that up here means I have to make this. Oh my God, it worked. Okay, 1. 2. Boop. Boop. 3. It's because I got to turn these sideways, of course. 1 and 2. Okay. Okay, so that's 4. So I get take these pieces, put them in this bag so I can throw it away. And not step on it later, hopefully. Okay. Now it tells me to use this piece. And then are we attaching to the front of that or the back of that? It's going to go on the wait, so it's going to go on the top. So I could put this front facing and it would look better. Okay, perfect. I'm your tutorial. So yeah, what you want to do is go to Advanced Sim Racing and buy the 50-inch TV stand. And then after you buy the 50-inch TV stand, very important portion here. After you buy the 50-inch TV stand, okay, you need to buy the other portion of the stand that is the 4th monitor for that stand, just so you can copy the one thing that I'm doing right now. Very important that you get both, though, because if you don't get both, this portion of it is going to be completely worthless. So having the 4th monitor doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you don't have the 1st monitor to begin with, I think. All right, so that's 1, 2, and we'll get 3, 4 here. Perfect, perfect. Now we got to put these on. Boop. Who said hi? Somebody just said hi. What's up? Rusty? Is that what it says? What's up, Rusty? Is that Rusty? Ooh, no. Who is that? Bobby Cat, what's up, bro? How you guys doing? The TTS is nice. It speaks really fast, and I'm hard of hearing to begin with. You're doing well. That's what we like to hear. Oh, God. Your wife's going to kill you, bro. Just assuming that's what that meant, because that sounds like something that would happen to you. I know that sounds terrible, but like it is what it is. All right, so this goes down like that, and then okay, so we got to put them on the flat side on this side. Hey, I'm live. Well, that's good to hear. You know, it's good to hear that you're a faithful man. Your best bet, chat, and I've said this, 1,000 or so times, and I mean it. Your best bet if you're trying to find out if I'm live is not to hope that Twitch sends you a message. It is to unmute I will answer that in just 1 second, but I'll forget about it before then. So just so you know, that's my plan. The best way to find out if I'm live, it's definitely not to hope that Twitch sends you a message, because they're not gonna. Especially for small streamers, it seems like they have some issues with sending out those notifications. I mean, they have it for everyone, but it's really bad for small streamers. That being said, if you guys are actually interested in knowing when I'm live, your best bet will always be to go into Discord and unmute the channel that is my announcements, my Twitch announcements. And I'm just saying it's your best bet to know when I'm actually live, because you're not going to get it otherwise. I mean, it's just how it is. I hate to say that, but it is how it is. Somebody just said something. Yep, that's true. Is it wrong that I want to grab a third 27-inch monitor and a 32 or a 35 curd? I'm not really sure why you would need a fourth monitor Intimidator. If you have two of the same monitor, I'd get a third. Just being honest, I rather enjoy that myself, to have three of the same. And then you could do three monitors if you really want to. Okay, and then it slides onto these two, which can be front facing as well. So this is the front. So these are going to go on here like this, right? Because then they'll be on the outside and it'll look better. Is that correct? Just thinking it through. Okay, no, they got to go on the inside. I'm glad I looked. They don't go on the inside. You can't get the outsides to hook onto that. Perfect. Okay. All right. So let's get them in there. Give it back. All right. There was more chat that I missed. Just apologizing now for all the missed chat, because I went through some of the stream yesterday and realized how much chat I was actually missing, and I felt fucking terrible, boys. I ain't gonna lie. It's not my intention to miss the chat, but yeah, there was a lot going on, and I was full focused on getting this done because this is my main priority right now. So, hope you guys understand. You guys don't understand, I don't honestly know what to tell you. Okay. Yeah, it goes on the top. That's good. Okay. This is a fourth monitor for my 3 TV setup so that I can run my Twitch channel off of it. Obviously, my channel is kind of important to me. They're the reason why I can afford or have... Jesus! What was that? Who's raiding? Who's raiding? Who is it? Joss! What's up, bro? How you doing, brother? Yeah, that scared the shit out of me, I ain't gonna lie. What's up, bro? How you doing, Joss? Appreciate you being here. How's it going? How's it going? Thank you for the raid. What were you playing and how are you doing, big guy? Get in there. Get in there. Oh yeah, how's that? I feel like I play that game too much in real life. Son of a bitch. I didn't... Yeah, so if you guys are new here and haven't seen, we are building a sim rig. Simulation rig that should be able to house 35-inch or 3 50-inch TVs. Oh, I fell off there, didn't it? Fucking hell. This is the annoying part about building these, boys. Is this stuff should just work, but it never does. There we go. ATO. What manual? What manual? Yes, I'm following the instructions. You think I could figure this out by myself without instruction, boys? Come on now. No, I'm actually having a blast with it. This thing sucks. The rig itself has been fine. Like building all of that behind you, behind me that you see, has been a lot of fun. The problem with building that is if you build it by yourself, and this is going to sound like such a third world or first world problem, but when you build it by yourself, it's much more difficult to get everything functional. Because everything is moving all the time. And to get anything to tighten up, you have to like half tighten it up and then untighten it and then tighten it back up and then untighten it again. And it's just a nightmare. The one thing I did forget to do is slide those into there, which I'm not all that worried about right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start tightening all this crap up-ish so that nothing moves, and then I got to get it mounted to the rig. That's going to be the fun part. So I just don't want anything to move a lot while I'm trying to get it on the rig itself. Okay. I'm not giving you guys fucking butt cam today. There's that. There's that. Tighten this up. And this up. And this up. There we go. Tighten. Tighten. Okay. And then these ones. I don't think you paid for my butt. I don't think that's how that works. Okay. Oh, shit. I just thought of something. Okay, well, shit, that's annoying. I put these on incorrectly. I just got to pull these two out, turn it sideways. Okay. It's okay. Could be worse. Could have been the whole fucking thing. There is a way. I do not have anything enabled for that, but my bot could technically do it for me. That way you guys could see other angles or different angles. But that's... Son of a bitch. Stop falling off of there. Yeah, like I said, this is the problem. It really comes down to this is annoying as shit. Actually, these got to come out anyway. Whatever, just take them off. I knew they'd have to, but I didn't think it was going to be that quick. I could set my bot up so that you guys could, you know, redeem a redemption that would change the cameras. But for being honest, I don't know that that makes any sense. Mostly because there are times, I know this is going to sound crazy, chat, but there are times that there are things behind a camera that I don't want to show you guys. And if you guys had full reign of every camera, even if I tried to set it up correctly, if you guys had full reign of every camera, that would be a disaster, whether you like to hear that or not. Jenny, you sound like a drunk idea. Are you... There it is. Hey, if you don't succeed, drink another one and then try again. Which has never fixed anything for anyone, but hey, maybe it'll work for you. I don't know. I'm not here to figure anything out. Well, you're going to do it anyway, so what's the difference? All right, so we want one on here. What's up, Seymour? Okay, let's spread these out because I think it's going to be easier that way. Let's put these in. One this way. And then one this way. Okay, then that way. Okay, now I'm gonna have to put these in. While balancing this, while making sure that all of this goes together, while hoping that my whole entire life doesn't collapse. Okay. Yeah, that's one. Now, let's put this down. No, that's just the lighting. She has not painted. Nobody's going to be painting, I don't think. I don't like to, and I don't ask people. So, if she doesn't decide she wants to do it on her own, it ain't getting done. I cannot stand painting, buddy. I appreciate that, though. No, it definitely is the lighting. I don't have the bright lights on over here anymore, so it might be that. Also, Oregon, I don't know if you were here when I said thank you for the 95 stream streak, brother. I did not mean to miss it, but I think you understand that right now everything's a little bit crazy. Of all the people that would understand that, I think it would be you. I cannot stand it, man. Yeah, I just got to get it centered now. Yeah, Star Citizen is my main game, so I had to build something for it, right? So I've never played it before, brother. I'm trolling. I have no idea. I'm pumped for this. Okay, good. Okay, well, that's that. And then I could turn this up a little bit, but let me get... I mean, I'd hope I'm getting it before GTA 6. I spent a lot of money and time on this. Yeah, it should. That's the next thing I gotta test, honestly. Oh, I gotta do the bottoms too, that's why. Like, why do I have to do that so much? Why am I doing TVs? I'm doing TVs because bigger is better for you guys. Honestly, bigger is better for you guys. So when it comes down to sim rigs, whenever you guys want to see stuff, it'll be easier to replicate a really big truck like a Peterbilt or a Kenworth, and you guys be able to see it all on bigger screens. So 50-inch TV, 50-inch TV, 50-inch TV, a GoPro about right here with 170 field of view. You guys are going to see basically from me driving clean over to both sides of the mirrors, which is kind of what I'm looking for. It's going to look like you're sitting in the back seat of my truck. So, yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't afford the bigger ones. It's also maybe it's because my room's really fucking small, but we're not going to assume that last one. I'm just going to assume that it's because I'm poor. I mean, I'm pretty fucking poor, to be fair, so. I think it's going to be the best right there. Might have to modify these. I haven't figured that out yet. Okay, so this is as far as it goes. I could probably move this back a little bit. And I definitely can go up. Okay, let me find that picture of the TVs and get an idea of what we're looking at here. I have a picture of the TV on the mount on purpose. Ooh, that's going to be tight. That's going to be tight. The mount's definitely going to have to go up. So let me just move this upward for now, and we'll figure out how far it has to go up, and if I have to extend those bars, I can. This is where it'd be really nice to have help. Get in there. See ya. See you, bro. Meanie you head. Boy, this is gonna be tight, boys. Like legit tight. Proud of you. Proud of you for your typing. Okay. And turn this back just a little bit. Right, I'm just going to do these ones for now. All right, I'm going to do a quick measurement, boys. I will be right back. Oh, I'm not going to be able to. I'm assuming it's 10 inches above this. There we go. 10 inches above this is going to be, oh, this is going to be tight. Interesting. So, well, only one way to find out. How into something are you, my lovely wife? Why? I'd like to put a TV up. Boy, howdy, this is going to be tight. right, let's move these out of the way.
Finally got her eating, so it's fun.
All right, so I think that's tall enough, but I don't know. From what I remember seeing on the thing, this might end up being a problem. So I might have to build the rig, leave these uprights out, take this out, cut this with a saw. But I haven't decided that yet.
I have questions, but we're...
What are the questions? What do you think? What do you think that is? I'm gonna let you.
I don't care. The TV.
Why are you pissed at me? You know what? Never mind. Don't go help. I'll do it myself.
I don't understand what that's for, though.
What do you think it's for?
The TV is down here. What is that for?
What would I be doing this entire thing for?
Go chummy. Just tell me what that part's for.
She called me a chummy something. I don't know what that was. Apparently I'm a chummy hoe, is what she told me. Or maybe that was a spell she was casting. I can't tell. Oh, stop doing that. There we go. Why is it still tracking me?
The TV is supposed to go up, and you might have to take it down again.
I'm going to put it up, but there's a possibility it won't go up. I have to figure that out. I'm going to do it myself, chat. It's okay.
What?
It's for my stream. I don't know if you know that, but I stream from time to time. You asked me what that was, and I said that's for stream.
What do you need for the TV?
I have what I need in my pocket. I just need the TV to be on here so I can figure out where I need to go.
Which job do you want?
Well, that was going to be up to you. If you want to hold the TV, I will go behind and screw it in. But you know, hold the TV.
I didn't find last time.
Okay. Well, so you're going to need those. Mm-hmm. Why is this thing tracking me? Stop AI tracking me.
Nova, stay down.
I don't know where the holes are, so you're going to have to help me.
Down. Down. Stop. Go to your... Down. Come back over a little bit. Stop. I get them all kind of started.
Just get the two top ones. Just get two top ones.
I know. This side up, 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 up a little bit more.
Craze. Brother, I'm not doing it.
What?
They're telling me that apparently I don't know how to hit the holes, but apparently they don't notice that it's you that is trying to hit them.
It's coming at the TV all angled, crooked.
Well, it's a little bit harder to...
Are they good?
You want me to screw them in?
Are you happy with where it is?
Well, yeah, no, it's fantastic, actually. I was worried that this wasn't going to be high enough, but it's perfect. It's actually probably too high, chat. How about that? Look, that's what a 50-inch TV looks like in this room. I can do that, babe.
You're going to need something that's going to be...
I'm going to turn the whole TV. It's all perspective, brother. The monitor itself is... Well, let's just switch to the other side. You'll see... I bet you'll see a massive difference here. Yeah, see, that looks a lot bigger, doesn't it? Whoa. Is it tight?
Last one was a little bit tight.
Oh, okay.
Too. But yeah, you just need to tighten them up a little bit more.
I think I forgot to grab those...
You just want to... This bottom one here, you have to lift it just a smidgen so that way it tightens properly.
Here, switch me. She is. She's actually really good with tools, chat. Like, no joke, like, no trolling at all. She grew up around with a lot of tools, so she's very helpful. Oh, let me go back here. I'll get these two top ones screwed in. I think I forgot to grab the... I'll have to grab some...
right, Nova.
Okay, so just
That's why I was like, I don't know. I don't think rotating is the play. Do you have an angled?
on the floor, there's a Pittsburgh Tools angle thing. Yep, I need that. I have it tight so it wouldn't fall. Okay, so it should move now.
Rotate.
One way or the other.
Can you get that?
Yep. Other way. Thank you. Okay.
Clear. You just need to level it. You have your little level?
Yeah, I do somewhere. I think it might be still upstairs, and I have a bigger one outside if I need it. What'd you say? I'm sorry, they're talking in my ear. If it's not, it might not be down here. It might be up in the. It might be up in the kitchen or out in the garage. It's out in the garage. We're not going to be able to grab it. Can you go check the kitchen one? Oh, it's right here.
But I thought I just saw it out here. I didn't know if I don't have the magnet on the TV though. Probably.
Well, I actually need to. This is just for posterity's sake. This stuff's probably not flat either. Oh my gosh, I nailed it.
Good job.
Whoops. Chat. I'm not even joking. I threw that up in like a quarter of a second and just tightened everything down. It couldn't be any more level than it is. This one is not. But it's probably going to have to go down after I get my thing built. So none of that really matters. But I wanted to get the other screen up, which is going to take time. But that's all my least of my worries right now. I just wanted to make sure that it would go above that. This is the platform it's going to sit on. So it's going to be clean up here. And then when I'm
Screen's going there.
not that one, the ultra wide, yeah.
Okay.
So
that's why I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Okay.
I told you a couple times. Are you guys singing? Chat's singing. Never seemed so good, so good. But yeah, this is going to go here, and then that ultra wide's going to go on it.
Okay.
And what I could do, if I really wanted to, is I could get another one of these, buy a bar that's longer, and then have two screens on the outsides instead of having one. So I could get more, like if I start doing multi-streaming to TikTok or something like that, I have more area.
A spaceship. Got it.
It's already a spaceship. You need to learn how to drive stick. Like, you already know how to drive stick, but you know what I mean.
That's right, I do.
What'd you say?
What?
I'm sorry. I stopped paying attention. You said something.
Don't need this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, again, just for posterity's sake here, let me just go ahead and... Always butt cam, boys. Posterity. It is killing me. Chat, shut the fuck up. You know? Chat, you don't gotta call me out, bro. You don't gotta call me out. This one's now level, which means this one will be off a little bit. Nope, still dead on. Which means that one's pretty much gotta be. I know that that's not necessarily true, but it's true enough. Okay, so I need to get the other monitor and get that in here and put this on. So if I can do... Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Why? Wait. Oh. I don't think I actually need to do that. And my reason for saying that is not because I don't think I need to do that. It's because I think when it was against this wall here, that's a different story. But from here, I should be able to slide up underneath and get from behind. I can also get to the stuff from the side, so I think I'm okay. It's just going to be tight in this corner to get behind the TV, but that's not that big of a deal to me. My bigger question right now is I got to get the other monitor and bring it in here and figure out how to mount it. All right, chat. So this is a 49. I think this is a 49. It's a Scepter 49-inch TV, or 49 inch. Look at this. Like, it's an ultra wide. That's wild. That's a wild difference. Okay, so there's a. You think it's because it's curved that it looks like that? Okay, so that's on the back there. I'm going to leave that on there. I just need to find a way to screw it in, which I have screws somewhere that'll work with. Do they? Ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see if these work. If they work, I'ma be a happy boy. Okay. Okay. I love you guys. You guys are just as weird as me. Wait, what? Wait, what? That's fair. Like how she came in here yelling at me, chat. Like I did something wrong. What is that for? It's for the thing I'm doing. The thing we talked about for like hours. Okay. Okay. You're a royal something. You're a royal something. That didn't sound good. I don't know what that was, but it didn't sound good. She really used the right size screwdriver for this. Always been, always will be, brother. Always been, always will be. It's really annoying, to be honest. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. It's really annoying. Well, I'll tell you what, chat. You can look up and tell me what it is. I think it might be 40 inches. It's a Scepter Model C35. So, good luck. There we go. Could probably actually hang this the other way. Chica, I need help again. Hello. Hello, can I borrow for another couple seconds? Ah! She threw something at me, chat. Or maybe for the dog. I couldn't tell which. You heard the loud bangs. That's all you got. Gonna is a wild way to say that. It's 35. 35. I really just need to extend this bar.
Your dog's mad because you keep taking me away.
I need to put this up there. Do you want to screw or hold?
I've been really good at screwing lately.
Have you? All right, this one's going to be a little bit... No, you're going to have to hand screw it in.
I'm checking to make sure
They're all the same.
it fits.
I could have told you that, but they... Yeah, so I got to...
Down. There you go. Good job. Don't move. Come over toward me. Stop. Hold. The other side. I can't walk.
Yeah, I got to slide it.
Thingy's not over.
Hold on. I can't
I got a
see,
little
and
tool.
I don't... Yeah, it's got to go
Got a
over
little
just a
tool.
hair. That's good,
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, actually, you guys are up here instead. Hi.
Okay, now I need to... That's still too far up. All right. Okay, so I think I can fix that problem by going back here. She's always mouthy, boys. It's very annoying. I mean, it is what it is. She's a dog, right? That makes sense, but... All right, this might get a little dangerous. I'm not doing that until I'm completely done. I'll have a couple days before I get to that point. Oh, that hurts. Ow, 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 ouch. I clearly wasn't done with my wife. Maybe I could do that part from the front, where I can really get in there. Nope, not that one, this one. That's better. That's better. I mean, it's going to have to be what it is now, boys. But if you look at it from the side here, it's out of my way now. So I should be able to sit down and do the thing. And still be able to read chat. The only bad thing that I'm noticing, or that I'm going to have a problem with, is the camera's going to have to be clear over here. I guess I can get it right up next to it, or maybe back in here somewhere. Well, here's the problem, Craze. I'm not putting that chair in here. I'm not putting that chair in here. That's my problem. My problem is I'm building a desk. I'm building a platform. So I'm going to build a platform out here Here, I'll switch you back to the other cam so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Yes. So I'm building out a platform here that I can sit down at. Like, literally sit down at. A platform exactly like Mark's. Yes, I am 100% a Mark copycat. We already know this. Nah, for real. Yeah, it's basically exactly what it's going to be like. I'm going to have something across here, out and over, maybe kind of as wide as I can get. I can sit down in the middle of it. I have the shifter here, but I don't know how tall that's going to be until I get there. Which means I'm going to be sitting literally in the middle of the screen, but I don't know how high. Why does that look like there's a crack in that screen now? Oh, for fuck's sake. If this doesn't turn on, I might shit my pants. Let me find the... It's not that one. Where'd I put it? I don't know where I put the... I had it in there. I'm hoping it's just something on the actual, like, screen right now. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm going to turn it on anyway. If I can find where I put the... Oh, it's right here. Dumbass. Put it in a place where you won't lose it. Okay, perfect. I'll do that. Yeah, so am I. Prayers up, boys. My biggest problem is I'm not exactly sure how ATO tore it down. If he set it on there weird, it might be flexed and broke. You eating, Nova? She's a good girl. If this is broke, we're screwed, boys. Not screwed, but I'm going to be very unhappy. Looks good to me. You're not getting the QR code, boys. Sorry. I'm happy, man. Yeah, that's a God thing for sure. There's no way that's a me thing. Well, that's a good start, boys. That's a really good start. My next thing that I have to do is I have to figure out kind of on paper with some math how I want to make the floor. So I have a measuring boy and I can figure out kind of what I want to do here. So how far is 5 foot? Can I get 5 foot in here? Oh yeah. No, it's held on by you mean the TV? No, it's got all 4 screws in it now. So I was planning on doing 5 foot on the platform, which would give me 5 foot of space, which is... Can you guys see that now? Okay. Here, I'll tilt you down on that side a little bit because you don't need to see the top now. Okay. So as we're talking about the platform, I plan on sitting about right here, which means the shifter is going to go here, which means I'd like to have as much space to sit in as I can. So width-wise, I have a crap ton of space out here. But I mean, that 5 feet barely even covers the... Actually, it literally barely covers what is this foot and this foot over here. Problem is, that limits me on how far back I can go. Now, I'm also planning on inverting my pedals with some type of wood structure. So I plan on being able to get all of that completed and do that myself. I don't have the money for fancy sim pedals, and the inversion set is like $200 or something like that on some random website that I did not buy. So if I can build it, no, he bought the P1000s inverted. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know that for sure. I could be lying to you. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to rephrase that. I'm pretty sure he bought the P1000s and they were inverted to begin with, and then he mounted them. Which again, it's not a problem. I have no issue with that. What's up, Almighty? How you doing, bro? It is going to be raised. It is going to be a raised platform. It's going to have to go over these feet. And I want to push it all the way up against this. I might actually go as high as 4 inches before I start. So it'd be 4 inches off the ground. I have height that I can go up, and I can obviously go down on the TVs. I just can't go too high, but a lot of that's going to be controlled by me with the mounting brackets there, the mounting mechanism that I use for the seat. So if I do 5 foot, I can't go all the way back, but I have options. Being the absolute trash woodworker that I am, I could technically put 4 corners at 5 feet, slide it in as far as I can, and then just build a platform that goes back. The problem with that, what leaves me with a problem with that, is if I go further back. See, here's the other thing I'm thinking about. I have to think about adjustability, whether that's seat adjustment because it's going to have a slider, which is fine, but also pedal adjustment for further back and further forward. I should be about right here with the wheel. So the wheel's going to be like right in this area. So that's probably about 6 inches off the TV. So why not notch the wood for the braces? I could do that. That would actually be a smart idea, good idea. My thought process is if I build, I can almost build something with like almost looking like home plate without the top on it, like cut up the top of a home plate, kind of like a barn structure, like up, cut, flat, cut, back. And I could build that out in the garage, and that would get me all the way into here, all the way in here at 4 foot. And then after that 4 foot, I can come back to wherever 5 foot would be and then do the angles and make all that work. The problem with that is that means a lot more time outside. Jenny, thank you for being here. Please go to bed. I hope you you need to go to bed. Please drink some water. First of all, drink some water. Go drink some water and then go to bed. I can get behind them. Yeah, no, that's not a problem, boys. I can get back here. That's not a problem. Both sides I can get back there. Just to get them mounted and then tightened up. Good night, Jenny. So I could also just do a 4 foot platform. A 4 foot platform would be almost just as good. I mean, to be honest with you, what's one extra foot? But that extra foot is mounting of cameras. It's mounting of water and water. What do you talk about? Oh, you weren't talking to me. Okay, I'm going to move on. I'd like to do 5 feet because anything that I have to mount to this for cameras, for my seat, whatever, I'd rather go too much than go too little. If I go too little, then I'm screwed. So what I'm thinking is we go 4 foot Jenny, go to bed. If I go 4 foot and then almost immediately go to 5 foot, I would have plenty of room. I could do less than 45s. I can do a 30 degree on one side and a 60 degree on the other. And that would give me enough room to come out here 5 feet. Now, I also try to think about how far I need to go back. 5 feet's probably about all the further I have to go, but I could probably go 5.5 feet and give myself a little extra room to mount things. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So let's get... All right. Get you guys set up. And we'll do some math. Good night. So let's build out the and then right there's where the thing is. Nah, I'm good. You guys can't even see it, so it really doesn't matter. Actually, hold on. I might have an idea, boys. How about a tray table? Can you guys read that? Yeah, you can. Let's go. All right, I just got to draw type. Okay, so the rope that we have is probably just in the bedroom. No offense. So 55 degree angle here. And then we have... I'm glad you got the joke. So let's... Hold on, I gotta go check on YouTube because unfortunately YouTube doesn't get any love during this because I can't see them. What's up, Merrick, Will, Kinger? How you guys doing today? If it's too big, too tight grit, flip the plates, the Vesa plates, so they're hanging on the bars. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, actually, Merrick. You know, another thing that I was thinking about, boys, if that becomes a problem, I can always mount... I could probably just, you know, mount the... Anyway, it doesn't matter. I can show you guys later. Let's get this... Not to scale, chat, not to scale. Okay, so now this is how, let's get some measurements. Let's get some hard numbers, boys, hard numbers. We are 3 foot 3 inches or 39 inches from here to here. So from here to here is 39 inches. I doubt it. What, a hard 2 inches? See, that's 39 inches from outside to outside. Holy shit, I'm looking at my YouTube, which is about 12 minutes behind. Pull this up. Okay, so 39 inches from there to there. There's always a delay on red side, boys. It's not a big deal. 43 inches, which means the other one should be 43 inches. If it's 43 inches, then I done went and did my job. God damn, I'm good. All right, so it's 43 inches, which again, not to scale, but I'm gonna do 43 inches and 43 inches from here to here. Thanks for the confidence, boys. Fucking assholes. Okay. So if this is 39 inches, which is 3 foot 3 inches. If I do 4, so I want to go from, this is the TV stand that you got here. I'm building a platform that is basically going to be somewhat of this shape. Again, not necessarily to scale. Yeah, because it's got to come out a little bit. So I'm gonna color in these bars so we know which ones are the bars and which ones aren't. Okay, and then this is going to come across the front of here. Again, not necessarily to scale. And they're going to come over like that. So this is how I think out loud. If you guys ever wanted to know how my brain works, this is how it works. Just, I have to draw things out, otherwise I can't conceptualize them. So this is going to be 4 inch or 4 foot. So 4 foot, and then from here to here is going to be 5 foot. Which leaves all of this down here to 5 foot. Going to be 5 foot. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Now, the question is, how far can 5 foot go on this drawing? How far can I get 5 feet? We'll just assume it's there. That would be, we'll just do 6 inches. So from here to here is 6 inches. Here to here, 6 inches. Not to scale, boys, not to scale. So that would make 4 foot to 5 foot. This is a square of 5 foot. I'm going to have a slight cut in here to make it so that it fits a little bit easier. We're drawing, so that should tell you about how it's going. It could be better, it could be worse. Could be better, could be worse. To be honest with you here. Thank you for the 15 stream streak, bro. Here's what it looks like now, boys. So this is what we have so far. Screen is up, and this is going to be that 5 foot platform that we're drawing on the piece of paper right now. Once we get it all drawn out, I can kind of decide how much wood I'm going to need. I already have some, but if I need to go get more, I can go get more. I'll just have to do that tomorrow because I'm planning on trying to build this tomorrow. So thank you for your streak. I appreciate it. So this is going to be my 5 foot. And I said, what, 5'5". I think I said 5.5 feet. How far is 5.5 feet? Okay, so 5.5 feet. and 5.5 feet is good all the way around. So we're going to make the... So yes, I'm going to explain that here in a minute. I'm going to draw this same thing. Now, this is the outside platform. So this is going to be 5 foot 6 inches. Okay, so I'll explain everything that I'm going to try to do here in a minute, but essentially that's what it's going to look like. The platform is going to be a giant 5.5 foot tall, or 5.5 foot long, like lengthwise, and by 5 foot, but it can't go to 5 foot all the way in, otherwise I won't have enough room. So I'm going, yes, I'm going to be using hardwood, and what I'm going to end up using is probably pine. Hardwood be, that's about as hard as I think it would need to be. I'm going to make this thing pretty structural, so don't be worried. There's going to be 4x4s in each piece. So now that I have that information, whoop, let's draw it out here. Can you guys still see that, boys? Or do I need to draw a little bit harder? Yeah, I'm a flaccid wood kind of guy, you know. Okay, thank you. What's up, Critter? How you doing, bro? All right, so again, 4 foot. I don't know about smart. 6 inches. That would make this all 5 foot. Thank you. It's going to be 5 foot. So there's what we got so far. About whiners. Okay, so I'm going to put a 4x4 here. So, and here, and here, and here. And I might as well put one here, and here. I'm planning on doing that. So yes, I have extra aluminum that I'm actually, this is part of the plan. My thought process is, I have a piece of aluminum that's going to go from here to here, or ish, somewhere in that area, and it's going to mount in front of the TV that is currently up. Between the outside TVs that I'm going to mount everything on. I already have that. I have everything ready for it to be mounted. I just need the base for it. So more than likely what I'm going to end up doing is, since this is actually... Now I got to think about how I want to mount the stuff to the wood. So it's probably going to come from the outside, which means this is going to be flat. That's going to be an angle. All right, let's build this into 3D space here. Boy, I didn't do a very good job on that one, did I? I think I'm going to use lags. Well, that's not very good, is it, boys? All right, whatever. It's close enough. I'm going to lag into the 4x4, but the 4x4 is actually going to be just shy of the top of the outside board. So I have 2x6s that go on the outside. I'm building this to be about half inch short, just a little bitty, because I'm planning on inlaying so once we get a structure in here, all of this is going to lay down about a half an inch underneath the outside platform, and that's so that I can run how do I want to say that? That's so that I can run a face board on the whole thing, and I'm going to have a top board that goes inlays inside of all of this that I can pull out if I need to maintenance something. So instead of picking up the entire thing or trying to crawl underneath it, which I'm never going to be able to do, or pulling the whole thing out, I could just pick up the piece and find out whatever I need and then just work on it. So the middle of this is going to have 2 boards. So I'm thinking about running boards across here. Oh boy. What a terrible drawing. I don't even know how I know what I'm talking about here. Okay. And then there's going to be boards on the inside of these. So this is the 2x6. This is a 2x4. That's what I'm basically building in. So this is going to be a 2x4. So this is a 2x6, 2x4. This is a 2x6. And then on top of that is a 2x4. And then I'll have to run 2x4s inside here. And 2x4 and 2x4. And 2x6, 2x4. This is going to be a pain in the ass to build, but once it's done, it's going to be nice. Good Lord, this lead is terrible. Okay, so I have an outside border of 2x6s and 2x4s that run in the middle. This will be a 2x4. And I'm going to run 2 2x4s up this way and this way. And the reason why I'm running them long ways here is because I'm going to put the seat's going to build right on top of this. I'm going to have to get the seat, make sure I have the seat whenever I start to build this, because I'm going to need to know the length between these. Then, because there's going to be a shifter over here, I'm going to have to build cross beams here and here. And then there's probably going to be one here. So this is going to be where the shifter is going to mount. I don't know how I'm going to mount it yet. It's just going to exist there. Then I'll probably run the same boards across here just for cross beams. So then I might have to do 2x4 or 4x4s in here. So just to hold up the seat. So we'll probably do them on the inside to make it a little bit easier. Again, overbuilt on purpose because I'd rather overbuild it than underbuild it. So now I have mounting points on all outsides that will all be the same height. These will also be the same height, but these are going to hold the outside of it up. These two are going to hold the inside of it up. Everything from there, even if I do one across here and here and here and here. So even if I do 2 more on this side, this is going to hold with these braces. These are going to hold with these braces. This should be fine by itself because it's one board and it's being held up also by these. So that should be overbuilt enough to be a problem. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm going to leave that over here and build and draw one more drawing, and it's going to be the actual 3D space of it. So that. Not to scale, boys, not to scale. Okay. Yeah. I've seen. It's 5 feet by 4 foot, so it will fit no matter what. And no, I don't have my fingernails painted. So with this laying in here, that means this is going to have an outer rim all the way around it. You'll see. You what every time I say what? So the seat is going to be here. So I'm going to have to come off those 2x4s. I'll probably set another 2x4 here. And then from the top, this, I might as well just run these all the way to the back, huh? You guys are never going to see this anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's all the way or not. Okay, so this is going to be a piece, this is going to be a piece, this is going to be a piece, this is going to be a piece. I'm only doing a single seat for now because I can't find a way that I'm going to be able to put another seat over here. Like I might be able to mount one here. I would love to have a double seat. The problem is the double seat's going to be over here, like obviously off to the side, and there's a center console that would have to be here. But the center console that I'm going to have to make or build or whatever, the seat's going to be basically unusable because it's going to be sitting right against the TV. The other problem that I have with building that particular thing in that you're talking about is I only have one seat right now. So again, maybe in the future we end up being able to afford it. But it would probably won't even get used. Yeah, she might get sick if she sits in it the way that it would be. Like, you guys don't understand, getting the camera off a little bit might make you guys sick. So it's going to be a lot of work to mount the camera over on this side. If I can get a second seat, if I can do 2 seats, I would love to, but that's going to be down the road, whenever I get the actual seat that's going to be finalized in here. This is just going to be a Volare seat that I'm getting out of a buddy's race car. So, and yeah, this is the backside of how my brain works, boys. Like I said, I'm not always goofy, funny, crazy. Whenever I start to work, this is work grit. This is what grit at work looks like. It's just different. Also, the reason why I'm not doing a cab is because the cab won't fit in here in any way, shape, or form. It was hard enough to get a desk out of here. And even if I wanted to do that, finding the cab that would fit in here and putting the screens in and making all of that work wouldn't even be remotely worth it. So I've heard a lot of people ask that. It's not that I don't want to, I'd love to. It's just not realistic. Okay. So there's going to be a piece here that matches, a piece here, a piece here, and then I'm going to have to do there's going to have to be one here too, because I'm going to make a hole here. Okay, I'm going to have to make a hole there for the shifter because the shifter is going to be sunk in the floor. So you won't actually see the shifter. I'm also building it in a way where if I have to pull the shifter out for whatever reason and build another one, I can pull it out, put a different shifter, better shifter in, and it won't be a problem. Also, because these are 2x4s and not two, and these are going to be already off the ground, the cables are just going to run underneath. They're just going to just be able to run on the floor. So in the 3D model here, there would be a 4x4 here, and here, and here. And I mean, there's going to be one over here too, but you know, I can just run all the cables because my monitors are going to be, or the monitors are going to be here. My computer is going to be like over here somewhere. So I'll just run all the cables out or just directly over to wherever I need to go. You guys won't see it anyway. And then the last thing I got to figure out after that is how I was going to do boards here, maybe here, here, and here. Well, here, somewhat here, here, and here, so that you wouldn't see the wall underneath the TVs. However, somebody said something about maybe putting up some curtains. I might be able to do that temporarily just to make sure that it all works out. But if I can block all that off, that's the play. The last thing that I have to build is I took measurements. I think it's out in the garage. I can go get it. But between where the seat is to where there's going to be an aluminum profile here, like somewhere in that area that would go in front of these TVs. Because this is going to go basically directly to the TV. So like it might be right on this corner, up and over. I have to find the place that I'm going to mount the inverted pedals. And the inverted pedals are going to have to look something like, I'm going to have to build something like, so I'm going to use this for all the same things. So this is going to be the flat to build something up, and then they're going to have to go in an angle. And then I'm going to have to build, actually I could probably put up that's what it's going to look like. And then they're going to mount here. So I'm just looking at them real fast. There's a little thing here, and then they come down straight. So I'm going to have to figure out how that works. And then it goes like that. So I'm going to have to, this will probably be a piece of plywood that goes to this piece of plywood. Or I'm going to have to put it back on it. And then this outside piece here is going to be a piece of plywood. So, I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I got to make that look good as well. So from the front, it would be that with And then we're going to have the clutch pedal here hanging down. And then well, I would rather just do it right away. Thank you for the lurk. And then there'll be mounting points here and on the back, but that would be the front. And then the way this would have to work is I'd be able to move them on the wood with wood screws. I can move them forward and back here, depending on how far forward and how far back they actually need to be, based on how they sit on the rig. But I'd have to pull the pedals off. I'm going to have to pull everything off of the racing stand anyway. I might have to take them out there and kind of figure out what works the best. But as long as they're slightly facing forward, I don't think it'll matter much. But I'm going to basically box them the entire way in. I might make this box a little wider than this. It might actually come like clear out to here and here, because the amount of room between there doesn't matter. And then from the top, if we do extra wide, we'll just assume I go extra wide with it. I don't want these to fall, so I can do like a 2x4 here and a 2x4 here as bracing for that, and I can even do a 2x4 here and here to brace all that in. $500mm is the usual standard from seat beams. Oh, is it? Thank you, Farmer. I appreciate you. So 500mm. I was gonna, before I built anything and before I made any decisions on this, I have the seat. Well, I don't have the seat. I was gonna get the seat and measure from hole to hole, and then put that dead center of the beam. So I would know exactly where I need to be. Plus, I know that this seat has to be in the middle of the big screen. So that has to be the dead center of this. So if it's 500mm, I can 500mm to the center, and then from the center clear to the edge of this is where I need to put it. But the biggest thing is I just got to, if I get the frame in and get those 4x4s in there. As a matter of fact, I might not even need bracing here, and here, because I'm going to have here, and here. I'll probably end up running these this way too. Just for extra bracing on that. I probably don't need this extra 2x4s through inside, because that piece that I end up putting in here is going to ride on these and all the 4x4 posts. So here's the fun part. Conceptually, we have a thought process and a working idea, but bro didn't leave me the seat yesterday. So I can't even make decisions on anything yet, you know? I can't even make decisions on where I want to go with it and what I want to do next. I don't know, man. Anyway, there's all your stuff of what I'm planning on doing. Whether it works or not, I actually can get it done or not would be a different story. I'll have to go get some lag bolts. I have a feeling that tomorrow's stream will probably, if I even stream, will probably be out in the garage starting to build all this stuff. But this is likely going to be a 2-day process at minimum. which means that Friday I will also be building this contraption and then getting it in here. I'll let you guys know, because I'm not 100% sure what the plan's going to be. If I end up being able to do that, I can, if I work tomorrow and Friday, or yeah, tomorrow and Friday on it, I'll be able to get this mounted in here. I can make decisions on the pedals if they need to be further back, because if I'm here, the pedals are going to be basically right where that needs to be. I think it'll be okay. I got to get the aluminum profile in. I have that out there and make measurements on that. I have this in, which is good. What chair? What chair? Why would I bring a chair back over? Thank you for the lurk, Logan. I'm not planning putting a chair back in here. So why would I bring the chair back over? Yeah, because I mean, honestly, as stupid as it sounds, my next thing is really to build that portion. I can start thinking about how I want to cable manage. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that he brings it over. I can't do a whole lot without it. You mean, yeah, the racing chair, the racing seat, the eventual simulator seat. Yeah, it was in the back of his truck. ATO was supposed to have left it. He took it home. I'm pretty sure that I told him. I'm pretty sure I told him that I wanted it and that I needed it today and I'd like to have it here. So I'm hoping that he remembered and he brings it back. Or I thought he was going to be here today, but here we are at 8:30 and he hasn't said a word to me. So I don't know. Seat dependence. I go off your seat, to be honest. Aluminum rigs at 500 wide. Shit's all between those. Just what everybody standardized off of. So pedal, plates, wheel decks, etc. You're going to build custom stands for the PCs. So that's my next thing, would be measuring my PC. I'm probably going to put those here. So the TV is going to come out. Well, I can almost exactly tell you how far it comes out now, because I have a TV here. So assuming that the TV doesn't move at all, it's 3 foot 8 inches. So 3 foot 8 inches from here is to here. So from here, like maybe right in this corner, which you guys can't see. Hold on, let me turn you. Oop. So like here would be where my 2 PCs would go. The other option is to put it on the other side, but I don't think the other side's going to work. But if I build a small stand here, come out 20 inches or whatever, I can tell you the exact measurements. But if I come out 20 or 25 inches, I can do 2. Yes. So the door, let me just measure. It's right here. I should put the door back on, is what I should do. Yeah, it's just slightly under 32 inches, which I expected. So 32 inches from the end of here is there. So it's just inside here. So if I put the computers here, then it can, like, if they go right up against here, it comes to here, that door. So I should be able to fit them all in there. Let me see what 3 foot 8 inches again is. So it goes to here, which is right there-ish. And I'll have from here to here, which is about 20-ish inches. And the door, to be fair, does not have to open up all the way. I could care less. And my computers themselves are not that big. Who thought I was on Discord? How wide is this PC? Because I'm going to put them sideways too. Yeah, they're only 13 inches. That's the big one. The big one's 13 inches wide. So if I put them on their side here... Ooh, I got to get the length too, huh? It's... We'll just say 22 inches wide. That gives us length. So if I do 19 inches... That puts it just behind. And then if I can come 22 inches out from here, it doesn't even matter. And then I'll be able to turn them on, let that thing do its thing, and then I'll be able to turn on the TVs as well. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. This is going to go to, not go, I guess I shouldn't say go, but this thing with all the stuff on it is going to end up on that side. I'd have to do one bottom and one top, because if I do side by side, it's going to be too wide. I thought about putting them behind me over here, but then the runs to the TVs are going to be like ridiculously long. Viva, thank you for gifting a sub. I appreciate that for real. For real. MTH, I think I said thank you for that Prime sub, but I appreciate it if I did not. Sorry if I missed it. What's up, Palm? How you doing, bro? I'm doing well, man. We're working on the stream rig, you know? There's a lot of thought process, a lot of things I have to think about. But for now, I think everything's looking pretty good. Well, I have too, because I was having issues with the fourth monitor on my 3090, so I got one for that. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be super nice. I think it's gonna be super nice. So again, I got to think about a couple other things while I'm thinking here. There's a lot of room back here, so I don't mind. There's room back here for me to mount things, and one of the things that I think I'm going to mount back here, right in the middle somehow, is a power strip to run the TVs on. Then, if something happens, I can reach back here, click it off, and it completely turns off all of the TVs. It will be only for the TVs and maybe for lighting if I have to. That would give me the ability to run all of these shorter TV cables to the same spot and bundle them up. So I'd have to figure out how I'm going to do that still. There's some extra... I have 2 battery backups. They're going to go with the PCs. They're not going to go back here because, again, my intention would be to be not having to get back here all the time. It's turned on the TVs. If I have to get back there, I can. All right, well, I think my plan today now is to... What time is it? 8:30. Time does Royal King close? Because I need about 10 more washers. 4, 8, 12 more washers for these to make them tight, because they move a little bit, and I don't like that. So I got to do that. I got to figure out how I'm going to mount this, which is not a problem. That should be pretty easy. I got to finish tidying this up, I'm not putting any of the monitors on there till I build this piece down here. So is there a reason I can hear her screaming from my office? What question did I answer? I'm sorry. I love watching the streamers with these streams. Makes you feel like you're actually, that's the plan, man. Oh yeah. No, I gotta build the platform and figure out where I'm gonna sit, because once I have my seating position, I can finalize the height of the entire rig. The entire rig's height depends 100% on where my ass sits and where my head ends up. I have to be directly in the center of this screen. So once I know where that's going to be, we'll be golden. But it's getting to that point that's going to take some time. I think I said I was going to go... I'll go 4 inches up, and then that will be, well, I don't know, I might just go inside that. We'll have to see. Is that a lot of knowledge I have there, Mark? Well, I could tell you there was this guy that taught me literally everything I know. You guys should go check him out. He's an absolute douchebag. Nah, I appreciate all the knowledge, man. I hope that you see that I'm using it to some degree. You know, I didn't ask questions and let it go in one ear and out the other. I recognize this view. What, my ass? Yeah, I've already said to everybody that if you guys want to know what my sim's going to look like, go check out, just go check out Mark's, because I'm just copying him one-to-one. Literally, it's just like everything that he's done, I'm doing the exact same thing. You say nah, but like, to be honest with you, it really is going to be exactly like yours. I'm glad that you said the focus is gone. What happened to it, bro? But yeah, no, I mean, it's based a lot off of what you've done. I'm just doing it the hard way. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Oh, you got a truck? What kind of truck did you get? Yeah, I think this is going to go really well. It's just going to take some time to make sure that it's right. I'm afraid that whenever I build because I have to be up here, that my pedals are going to be too close. I can always build a platform that goes back into there if I have to, I guess. I guess that's my only worry is where my pedals are going to go, because my pedals have to go back. If my pedals have to go back a little bit further, I'm going to have to build in a box back there. Mark, are your pedals... Okay, that's what I was about to ask that. So I am going to have to build that into my plans here. Hold on, let me switch. I'm going to have to build that into my plans. So I'm going to have to build it with a piece out here, kind of like this. And that's where my... Yeah, mine will go a little bit under the screens. Actually, I can give you a positive measurement of how far under the screens. It'd be about 5 inches under the screen. So this portion here, where this starts to cut out, this is all behind. All 5 inches of this, or whatever I just said, whatever number I just said, is going to be behind the screen. So this looks like ass. I'm such a bad drawer. So I'm going to have to build that out back. Shut your mouth. So that's going to be my base. Yeah, like 4.5, 4 3/4 inches of this cut in is going to be behind. But that if your pedals are all behind it, I'm going to have to build something back there. So you extended your screens 1.5 feet overhang on. So you have an overhang of the platform for 1.5 feet. So if I have 4.5 inches, okay. I'm gonna write that down so I have that information. 1.5 foot. 1.5 foot behind TVs or pedals. Okay. So if I'm 1.5 feet behind, how wide is this? 14 inches. So stock pedals are 14 inches wide. And how much room do I have back here if I go that deep? I can go 20 inches and that would be plenty wide. So if I do 20 inches here, I knew I was going to have to scab some stuff in. I had a feeling. That's why I'm building it semi-modular as well, because if I extend it back, I can do that. That's not even an issue. I just need to know if it's 14 inches and I go 20 inches, that'd be 20 inches minus whatever wood I use to brace it. $90% of motors are good if you take care of them. The 6.4 that does not apply. Oh yeah, the 6.4 is interesting. I'm not a Ford guy, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? I'm just me personally not a Ford guy. Okay, so that's good fucking information. I appreciate that. He said 2 minutes, so he's obviously doing something. He sent an image. I freaking love him. Okay. I see what you did. And that holds? Bro, that is wild. I can see why your screens are so far back now. Okay. And then I can see where your pedals are too. Oh, here we go.
Disco Jaden 1 said, I sent you pics on Discord by Armstrong Gaming 69 said, you a pic message.
Right. Okay. I could care less if it's dirty, brother. This is a great picture. It also gives me reference. So he uses the SimMagic pedals. I think they're the P1000s, and they should be already inverted. I'm going to be building my inversion, so I got to figure out how that's going to work ish with my light pedals. That might not work out super well, but it looks like I see how he built his piece out, and then he also used, yo, thank you for hanging out, bro. I appreciate it. So basically where he has his front of his pedals are basically right underneath his TV. Well, they're about a half a foot back. So I am going to have to push them back. I love how you mounted your monitors too. The way you mounted your monitors are insane. I'm gonna have to figure something out with this, because that's not how I really want to do that. It's fine for now, but it can't be like that forever. But I can also come off the wall with 2 TV mounts if I have to, or I can extend the bar that I have out and just, without the hellacious dip turn it does. Okay. So that makes a lot more sense then, how far back he has to go. The platform is touching the monitor mount legs. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be for OBS. I'm going to try to get all of the stuff I would have normally had on my streaming PC is all going to go right back on this monitor, just like it was, like nothing happened, like I haven't even changed it. But what did Mark say again? Platform is touching the monitor mount legs you have there. Right, so I'm going to have the legs. I'm basically going to be touching the legs, and then I'm going to have to build in a back piece that I can screw in, which that's not going to be an issue. It doesn't even have to be pretty. It's going to be boxed in. I'm going to paint it all black or spray paint it black for all I give a shit. You won't be able to tell anyway. And that's going to go back into that corner. And because I'm in a corner, I'll have a bunch of room back there. As a matter of fact, I have, even if I come off of from the middle with the 14 inches that I would actually need. So let's just go 16 inches or 18 inches. If I go all the way to the wall, I can come almost 2 feet back there. So that should be plenty to mount the pedals back there. And then I do have the aluminum that I'm planning on doing what Mark did with, like basically right underneath the TV for mounting my... Oh, shut the hell up. Farmer, really? But to mount my Moza, I'm going to put that bar here and then figure out how I'm going to mount the... I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to mount the Moza so that it's basically almost against the TV. And it comes out just a little bit, so it's not touching the TV, but it's right up against it. I think that's how Mark's is set up too. I have to go back and watch his setup builds just to give myself some more knowledge again. Okay. And I did buy aluminum. It's already here. I actually bought too much aluminum, but I have a feeling I'm going to be using it, so I'm not even that mad. But I can cut whatever I'm going to do on the corners, but just inside the TV across and just inside the TV to the platform. And that will give me enough room to have my whatever I want to do here for switches and button box stuff and still be able to mount the actual base onto the platform. Also, oh, okay, I see how I can do that. Instead of using the clamps, I can just bolt this directly to the aluminum. Okay. All right, well, that'll work for me then. I'll have to tear that apart and see how I want to do that. But like I said, it's going to take me a week. This is only day 2, and it's mostly conceptualizing, figuring out as I go. And you guys get to come along for the ride, so hopefully that all works. But okay, I know I have to put a box in there. That's not a bad thing. I can figure that out. It doesn't have to be pretty, just has to work. We're going to have some time out in the garage. Camaro's going to be sitting outside for a couple of days, boys. Okay. You just don't have yours on quite a angle as mine. Is yours upside down? Like, no, let's just use this one. Okay, so you have it mounted exactly like this would have been. Just directly to. Got it. Got it. Yeah, I mean, that's just going to be pretty much trial and error for me. Also, adapting this HGP shifter to any type of anything to be able to get something up off the ground has been an absolute disaster. I cannot find a M12 1.5 to anything that makes sense. I'm going to have to go find that tomorrow too. Honestly, I might have to take tomorrow and just go gather some more parts and figure out how I'm going to handle that. Because this should fit, it's going to come out to here. I got to make sure I can put my computers back there with the UPSs so that they don't die, which I'll put the UPSs on the right side of them. All the cables will come across. I have cables long enough that should come to here. I know CEC is not going to work on the TVs, but it is what it is. Build the platform out, which, yeah, it's going to take some time, but that's okay. And I can make it so I can rebuild it in here, because that offshoot is going to be non-consequential overall. And then finding some type of black curtain or whatever so that you guys can't see the wall. And then run everything. Okay. Okay. So it sounds like I'm just at the point now where I need to figure stuff out. Take the time and figure out lengths, measurements, all that stuff. I'm going to clean up the rest of the room. I'm going to move that over here. The Moses setup over here. I might even move the stream rig for now over here. And then I'm going to shampoo those carpets and get them taken care of. What time is it? Okay. I think that's all she wrote for today. Because running anything else and doing anything else is going to be kind of pointless until I build the platform. Because the platform has to be the next thing. I can't figure out how high the TV's got to be. I can't figure out where I want anything until I get that. I think. And then I got to start cleaning up this other room too. Yes, sir, Disco Jaden. I got to start cleaning up this room too. What's up, Jenny? Also, to my left side, chat, I'm going to have my Go XLR available to me and my Stream Decks. So I got to figure out how I'm going to mount those too. But I got to get the seat and I got to build the platform before I can do anything else. Shane, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome into the country. It really means a lot. Do I look like I haven't slept for days? It's because I'm pondering. Like I said, you guys don't get to see work grit that often because work grit stays at work generally. But right now, I've got to think of this stuff, got to figure it out, got to make it all work. So I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't sleep, but but my intention is to just figure it out as I can. Do what I need to do and figure it out as I go. So I mean, I've been sleeping. Also Nova was all over me last night, wouldn't leave me alone. So woke me up 3 or 4 times. I have to work tomorrow, but I took Friday off. So I got a shower before because I really needed a shower. I just needed it for my mental health more than anything else. Got a shower beforehand and washed my hair. So thank you for the compliment on the mullet. The mullet needs tamed though. I need to get my hair cut bad. It's longer than it normally is. All right, boys. I'm going to go write down everything I need to find for tomorrow. I'm going to go do all of the finding of stuff tomorrow, making sure I have enough wood, making sure I have enough of everything. I got to go start my car tomorrow because my Camaro hasn't been started in a couple months. So I got to get that running. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to put the door back on because I think it's going to be helpful just overall in figuring out everything else. And I think that's where we're going to end it for today. It's a little bit early, but I don't really have anything else. I don't have a perfect setup to begin with. What packages did you get? Cole, thank you for the hats, by the way. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, boys. I think that's it for me. I'm going to have to get out of here, and we're going to work on some stuff. If I am around tomorrow, I'll let you guys know. You guys are going to have to come over and check out the Discord, make sure that you know what's going on. There's still a lot of stuff that there's still a lot of stuff that still has to get done. I will definitely check my Discord when I'm done. I appreciate it. But yeah, there's still a lot of stuff that needs done. There's still a lot of stuff that has to get done. But I need to mentally prepare for the next step, which is going to be building the platform, because the platform is ultimately the next major step forward. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all stay country. Guys, go check out Mark if you haven't already. Armstrong Gaming. If you like anything to do with what I've been doing, it's all because of all of his knowledge. He's extremely knowledgeable and understanding. Absolutely amazing guy. Sending me pictures and videos and all kinds of stuff of his setup. Absolute legend. So go check out Armstrong Gaming. I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all stay country. Peace. Much love, guys, for real. I mean, seriously, much love.